Oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're doing with these onions.
Okay, so with the chopping knife and with the flat side of the onion, so that it doesn't rock, you put the chopping knife by putting the point onto the board and then pulling it down.
And why is that important to put the point on the board?
Because when the point is on the board, you've got more control over the knife.
Right.
If I were to take the onion and to have it on a round side,
Yes.
where it rocks,
Yes.
and I don't put the point on the knife, there's more chance of me having an accident and
Right.
cutting my finger.
Okay, that's great.
And this part is really quite classical in kitchens. It's one of the first jobs that we were ever given as trainee chefs. And we'd be given a sack of onions and probably about half an hour to do all of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So laying the onion on the flat surface, and always try and keep whatever you're cutting on a flat surface.
Right.
With the point of the knife, cutting down.
Oh, so we're dicing onions?
We're dicing
Yeah.
now. Yeah. So we've cut down,
Yes.
and now we're going to go across. And then on the flat side, some diced onion.
Fantastic. That's very quick. And if you're wanting it like really finely diced,
Yeah.
would you cut closer together, or do you just come through then and dice it once you've got this roughly diced?
Yeah, you can cut it a lot finer. You can bring the knife much closer together
Right.
between each cut down, and then the same again going across.
Right.
Other chefs, I have seen them, although it's not recommended, do actually use this method where they'll have their pile of onions like this,
Yes.
and then with the point of the knife on the board, rock the knife.
And I see when you're scraping there, you look like you're also scraping on that 45-degree angle.
Yeah,
Yes.
it helps to keep the knife edge.
Right.
And then when you're chopping like this as well, what you're doing with any chopping, whether it's herbs as well, you're using the knife on the board to bring it back to a pile,
Right.
so it's easier to cut.
Any tips for how you stop the onions affecting your eyes? Did you get used to it after chopping the whole pack?
Depends. Some onions seem to have a lot more sulphur in them, which seems to
Yes.
bring out the tears in your eyes. And others, they don't seem to have an effect. I remember when I was training as a chef, or actually it was before that, it was when I was at school doing home economics class, and the teacher said, the best way to stop the tears coming from your eyes is to put a teaspoon in your mouth while you're chopping them.
Really?
Which is
Is that an old wives'
it's an old wives' tale.
I tried putting goggles on.
Okay.
That worked pretty well.
That's good. So here we go, some finely chopped onion.
Fantastic. Very quick. Very nice. I'm very impressed at how consistent the sizes you've got throughout that entire pile. I usually end up with some big bits and some finely chopped bits, but that's great.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, fantastic.